And so I put the downlights in the ceiling in the previous tutorial. Now I want to put some under cabinet lights in there. So I'll go to my component and I have a downlight strip, which is 24 inches. I'll hit the space bar a couple times. Just put that guy in there right there and take a look through the section at what I just did. And you can see it's at the bottom of the countertop or the cabinet, but I'm going to raise it up so really only the light is exposed. That looks better. And then I'll go to this view. Grab this view and bring it over here. And go to that view. I can see it. Now I want it to go all the way from underneath this cabinet to this one. So let's measure how long that is from here to here. 6 feet 10. So I'll just make it 6 feet long. Let's see if I have a 6 foot long. That would be 60 inches. Nope. So what we're going to do is edit the top, duplicate it. We'll make it, actually that's 72 inches. And we'll get rid of the 2. And then we'll call that, the width of it is not 2 feet, but actually 6 feet. Where'd it go? So there it is. So I don't know if I can center it. I don't really have anything to center it on anyway, so I'll just move it over. And just with my eyesight, kind of get it in there. That looks pretty good. Except you can see that I dropped it down a little bit. So let's go back and go to the view. When I was moving it, I also moved it down. So we'll say I'm using the keyboard arrow, and we'll go back to, I think it's this section right here. Yeah. And so now let's mirror that. I do have a center point there. Looks like it might go a little bit longer. But maybe if I just move it over a little bit here, it fits underneath the counter. So now let's take a look at this guy, this section. We'll go to that view and just increase its depth of range. Let's see if I can center. Well, I know that's a midpoint, this guy right here, so I can do that. It's a midpoint of the countertop, but it's not a midpoint of the cabinets. So let's see. I want to get it back over around the face. And now we'll take this guy, we'll bring him over here. We'll flip the view, and we'll go to that view and see what I need to do to modify the length of my light. So I don't think it's going to fit underneath if I just move it over. Pretty close, but not good enough. So before I do anything else, and as far as modifying, I'm just going to pull that one over there. And then I'll take this guy and let's edit the type, duplicate it, and instead of 7 feet, let's make it, instead of 6 feet, let's make it 5 feet, which is 60 inches. And we'll change that to 5. And we'll say, okay. Yeah, that looks better. And then this guy, look at this. This cabinet actually goes into the wall. I noticed that on another view. And so that's no good. We'll have to change that. But let's measure how long the light could be. 11 feet. So, all right, let's make it 11 feet long. Edit the type, duplicate. I'll just call that 11 feet. Get rid of the 2. Say OK, and change the length to 11 feet. And then I'll just select it and move it over like that. And here's the rendering of the under cabinet lighting. Now, if you're standing up, you wouldn't see that light. The camera, I guess, was placed lower than eye level. So that allows us to see the light. But if you're higher up, you won't see that. But if you're sitting at the breakfast table, you're definitely going to see the lights underneath the cabinet. But what that does is you can see, the best example is right here. See how dark it is above, but down below, there's more light there. And it's a good thing to have, especially if you're working on that counter space in that area.